December 22nd, it's a Monday. How are you guys? Let's get some business out of the way before we get into the show. Tour dates. Friday, January 16th, I will be part of Sketchfest in San Francisco. Do not miss that. Tickets on my website, DeanDelray.com. February 3rd, my 60th birthday and my final tribute to Bon Scott, the rock and comedy show, is on sale right now. There's about 200 tickets left, so I really advise you to get one now or get a few. That is on a Tuesday night. This is in Los Angeles at the Avalon Theater. Seattle, coming your way, January 7th with the great Bill Burr. We're going up there for a one-nighter. That's going to be killer. And then I'm finally going to Houston, Texas. I'll be headlining the Punchline a few nights starting March 12th. So those are the shows coming up right now. That's out of the way. Also, there will be a bonus episode of Let There Be Talk today on my Patreon. So if you have not joined the Patreon yet, do it. Patreon.com/Dean Delray. Over 180 bonus episodes, and a new one will be out today. Welcome to the show. Just want to say happy holidays. I don't know what you celebrate. Maybe you don't celebrate, but it is always a magic time of the year, especially when you're out doing stand-up and you can see people are just enjoying laughing at this time of the year when it's stressful and brutal. Traffic, traveling, shopping, all of that shit will take its toll. Today, I sit down with one of my best friends, an amazing comedian who has a brand new special out right now on YouTube, self-financed. He paid for it all. It was shot at the La Jolla Comedy Store. Mr. Ian Edwards. You can see his special, Untitled, right now for free on YouTube. It already has 252,000 views. And I highly recommend you check it out. This man really steered me into the right direction early on in comedy. When I first started, had no idea what to do on stage. I thought you were just up there to make people laugh, no matter what the material was. And Ian really kind of steered me into the direction of kind of where I ended up now. Something called finding your own voice and really trying to be a great comedian, and being around people like Ian and Bill Burr. And these guys are just another level. They've been in the game forever. And if you don't pay attention to your mentors, you will always just be trash. These guys are around and they offer up a master class in stand-up. Pay attention. Or whatever you're doing. It may be, building homes or working on choppers or making leather boots, anything. Find the guy that inspires you and just take it in, man. Throw all your ego away and, watch the masters. So great to have Ian on, and I really enjoy promoting his special because I know what he went through to do it. I did the same thing. Nobody's offering us specials, so you go out there and you fucking do it yourself. Anyway, watch his special, Untitled. Enjoy this episode. Go follow him on Instagram and YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel. And support people like Ian and myself who are doing our own specials. It is, the freedom of that is unbelievable. Thank you for doing the show, Ian, and thank you for being a great friend for the last, 16 or 15 years. And also thank you guys for tuning into the show every week. I hope you have a fantastic holidays. I hope to see you out on the road. My tour dates are out there. And I hope to see you at my 60th birthday Bon Scott Bash. Candles are lit, my friends. Here he is, Mr. Ian Edwards. Ian Edwards is at the fucking crib.
Goddamn disrespectful Dean checking up on me to see if I'm going to remember that there's actually a podcast that I agreed to do with him yesterday. I called him and said, all right, let's do it tomorrow at 11. He's calling me and texting me at 10. Hey, man, do you remember?
I've known you downstairs, 15 years, dude.
And I'm a professional, Dean. I shot my own special. I shot other I've made every TV show appearance. I've made every club appearance. Why would your particular podcast would you think I'm gonna be
I'm
late?
Coming off a record with you.
You're stereotyping, which is racist, or I don't know what you're using as an example.
Racist.
I'm exemplary in this game.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? I just worked for 20 weeks on a TV show, wrote it, showed up every day.
Are you spilling your credits off while you're clowning me?
Yes. I feel like I'm in a, when you're in a relationship and you have to tell the girl what you do for her.
You got to remind her
because she's saying that you haven't done enough, and you're like, now you're just in a bad position either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know anything about the relationship part, but I could imagine. What's going on, man?
Yeah, just chilling, man. And came through to do the pod, you know what I'm saying? Just kick it and
come over and flex your end of the year credits of top 33 on LA Times and top 10 on Vulture.
Yes, he's talking about my comedy special. It's been rated and ranked in those publications. For those that don't know, it's comedy special's out. It's called Untitled, and it's on YouTube. And I like that it got those accolades. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. Especially like for the Vulture one, where it's the top 10 specials, and it's the only like special that was on YouTube. Everybody else special was on a streamer, so it just helps validate it more.
Well, I mean, like you and I shot our own specials this year, so you're just out there. And I was talking about this a couple days ago. Like, you can't get angry at the industry. You have to just go do your own thing,
right? Because
as long as I've played music and did comedy, there's always the industry darlings. And you can't go like, what the fuck? You just got to be like, I think in this day and age, unless you have a high-powered publicist or a manager that's whispering in people's ears, you're not going to be in that mix. It's not.
I definitely don't got that.
Right, and I don't either. And it's not they're not tastemakers. Like the old days, you had like tastemakers. They'd go out, they see shit, and they go, "This is the shit right here." That I don't see any of that.
They used to have that, but I don't think I was still included in that. I don't know why. There's probably times in my career when I should have, and times when I definitely shouldn't have been. But I mean, I like where it's at now, where you can like strike out independently and like try to make it on the internet and let the audience divide. If the apps allow your audience to see the stuff that you create, so then there's that battle now. Where,
we're battling. We're battling two battles. We're battling high power people in the biz that have their clients, and then we're powering through algorithm battles.
Right.
So it's always something. It's not for the weak. And here's the good thing. If you love what you do, you're like, I don't care. I'm out doing this. It's fucking great. Last year, I'm doing better than last year.
Right. I love what I do. Plus, I don't know. I've been doing this so long. There's nothing else for me to do. You know what I mean? Except like learn the new thing and try to master it. And the new thing that'll help get my like material and my sets out there. You know what I mean? And make people want to come and see me in the clubs. Yeah,
it's, the special is great.
Thank you.
Shot it at the La Jolla Comedy Store, which is one of our favorites. And it looks really good. I don't know if you want to talk about how much it costs, but it's funny what you can put together. People, think you need like $1 million, and you don't. You have to have a team of people that know what they're doing. And I think one of the key things of releasing your own special is good audio.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, if you have bad audio, I check the fuck out.
Yeah. Good audio is everything. Just even when you like shooting like a movie or a sketch, audio is everything. You know what I mean? So
it is.
Audio is everything. But I use Jason Katz, and he has a production company out of New York, and they shoot a lot of good comic specials.
A lot.
So, like, they're pros at it. Gave me like a workable rate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That I could like, all right, I'll finance this. Because back in the day, like my last special, the budget was $250,000.
Crazy, right?
And that was in 2018.
Yep.
You know, it was done through Comedy Central. Like, so I know the budget.
Yeah.
And this was like way less I couldn't afford to shoot a special for $250,000. Like, I just go buy a house.
I know, right?
Put a down payment on a house.
Yeah.
On a one-bedroom house.
Yeah, on a one-bedroom.
In California.
Put some cameras up in there and have like your own real world.
Yeah. And just live stream that as the special.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a great era that we're in. I mean, I think about like you said, specials cost big money, and now there's these guys that really know what the hell they're doing, and they've got cameras that, you know, the big guns are using, the same cameras. It's so funny when they show up to shoot a special, and they've got like you know, like the regular bodies, camera bodies.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a Canon.
Yeah, and you're like
handheld, like a Canon, like just a photo.
Yeah, exactly. Camera. And you're going, you're shooting it with that?
Yeah, you're shooting it with a camera from a Almost Famous movie.
Yeah. Of Disney Vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they show up and they get it. And like I said, if the audio is killer, it looks great. The guy got some good angles.
Yeah, because people don't need to see me. They just need to hear me. Who needs to see me?
And, well,
just hear the audio.
It's definitely came out great. 2 on one night, did you do?
Yeah, 2 in one night. Because, you know, La Jolla is like, I was booked there for the weekend.
Right.
And I had a few dates in different states. But it's like, if I'm going to shoot this, I'm going to shoot it on home court. I'm already comfortable there. I can get there. I know everybody at the club. The club cooperated with me. We painted the back wall so that it would look good. You know, we spoke throughout the whole process. So shout out to everybody there, Pete, Shore, and you know,
Ryan,
you know, and he was there at the night of the taping, and just, you know, just very
Vin
cooperative.
Dog, Mike Vin.
Yeah, Mike Vin, love Mike Vin.
Yep.
They even we listened like on Friday night. So I had a weekend of shows. So I had 2 shows Friday, which I got to like run the material one more time again before I shot the 2 shows on Saturday. And so even on Friday night, like Jason and them is there, and they're like, "Hey man, that fridge is loud," because there's no separation of that room.
Right.
Even though it's a kill box, you get some bar sound, and you could hear the fridge and all that stuff. So then they took, I forgot what they did, but they made sure that wouldn't interfere with the sound, like you were saying. So it's like, you know, turn off the popcorn machine, no dropping of checks during the show, you know.
Yep.
And I had recorded an album there before with Conan, or with Conan's label. So, you know, it's
Was there any point when you were getting ready to shoot the special? I know this happened for me. I did Acme.
No.
No, but
just kidding.
I did Acme one weekend, and then I did the Blue Room the next weekend, and then I did another club, I think Sack Punch or something. But as I started to run it, by the 3rd week, I was like, oh, shit, I could move this here. You know, like where it was like all of a sudden it started to make sense, the thread.
You know what's funny about most of the specials? So let me go back to when I did the album.
Right.
And the album is like maybe an hour, 40-something minutes. I don't know. I can't remember. Like, I remember going to shoot the album, and I didn't have a lot because I'm writing on the shows sometimes.
Yep.
Like I didn't have a lot of road gigs, so for the album, like I was doing mostly sets in town at 15 minutes a clip. Like,
right.
Let me try this first 15 minutes. Let me do this second 15 minutes. And I'll just have to put it together that night. You know what I mean? Like, I had road gigs before that, but the months leading up to it, I didn't have a lot of road gigs. I was just in town doing 15-minute sets, living off the memory of the sets I've done on the road months before, and knowing that I was going to sew it together. So I'd made most adjustments back then on the road. And then even going into this one, if I look back in my calendar, I don't think I had, because I was writing on Survival of the Thickest. Then I got out of that. Then I went to New York and helped them with production of the actual shooting of the show. Then I got back to LA, and I don't think I had that many sets. Like, I actually did something that I normally do. Like, normally when I record a special, which is only like the album and the one before, like the way I say it is the way it's laid out.
Yeah.
But only in the editing did I move jokes around the way you're describing.
Right.
And I've never done that before.
Right.
But I think it was something from like thinking about what Chris Rock said. It's something about bigger and deafer.
Yep.
And just thinking about the internet and YouTube and putting it on there and wanting to keep people's attention. There's just one joke that's a slower joke that I was like, this is a good joke, but it's more of a story, and I don't tell a lot of stories. Let me move this story in the middle so that when people watch it, they trust me. I've gained enough credit for them to listen to this slower story, and then after the story, it picks its pace back up. And it's not even a slow story. It's just in my mind it is, compared to what I think,
I get it. I learned early on by watching some of the greats. You come out and you hammer for about 15, and then no comic can keep that level.
I can.
Yeah, so you need to bring it down with a recharge on the audience because they'll be out of laughs. And
you think so?
Well, I think you hammer for 15, and then you can do a story while they're listening and kind of recharging, and then back at it again. That's how I always kind of looked at it.
I don't even think it's a recharge. Like, I've seen like a lot of black comics, like they'll have like fireballs all the way through.
For an hour?
Yeah, for an hour. Like, if you watch Earthquake, there's going to be no...
Right, yeah.
He's pinned you to the mat from the beginning to end. You're tapping the whole 45 minutes.
Right.
And I do like that feeling. I do... Even Richard Pryor, when I used to watch, there was one special when he pretty much stopped the momentum to do Mudbone, which is a completely different vibe and mode. And I was like, what is he doing? And I was like, so I feel like it's not even, we're using the word slow it down, but it's like, sometimes it's like you're in a club and they're playing music. Sometimes they switch the mood to switch it back. So then people appreciate the different moods of the set of the DJ that night. So it's like there's a reason why there's slow jams, and then there's a reason why there's dance tunes, and they can work together to make a great set. Right. So let's not. Yeah, it's probably my insecurity saying slow. Right. But it's just like we got some slow. We got a slow jam, which is still a banger.
Yeah. Couples only skate.
Yeah. We want people to hug up. Yeah.
I mean, I also look at it as like different flavors of joke writing. I have some stuff that I know that I do on a don't tell that are bam, 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 clips kind of oriented.
Right.
But I also enjoy putting together a 45, 50-minute journey. And I like watching that also from people, like watching like Burr or something where you're going like, oh, I can see what he's doing here. He's shifting gears. And
does Burr have slow jams?
He does? Yeah, he tells some stories.
What's a slow jam of Burr?
The last special slow jam, well, right now he's got one about taking his family to the beach. And
you call that a slow jam?
well,
I love that.
It's a story, though. I'm saying
It's a story, but
Right.
it works.
oh, it kills all the way. It's only a
kills all the
couple
way.
minutes, but I'm saying it's like there's different stuff. I remember specifically when Bill, to me, kind of changed. He had the special where he's talking about crunching muffins with his hands and pounding them, and then the next special, I never forgot it. He did an act out about 3/4 in about playing catch with his dad. And it was a slow back and forth throw. And I go, oh, this is totally different from all the stuff he's ever done. And then I think that it took him, I don't know, I never asked him, but it took him years to get that confidence
To do a slow
of doing
jam.
an act out and a slow thing,
He's really good at act outs.
Big time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really good. I've told him that before. I'm trying to. I've always wanted to be more animated.
Yeah.
But in the because I always like how Richard Pryor knew when to move
Oh, big time.
and how to move.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe I'll work on that more now that comes to mind. And as my set grows, I find the places to put that animation and that movement in there.
Yeah.
And then what I think is animated is standing still to most people. Like I'd be like, you see that act out? And they're like, man, you were so calm and still and smooth up there. And I was like, but you saw me move, right?
Yeah. I moved my left arm.
Yeah.
I think that also maybe from when you started out, you were very big, quote unquote, an urban style comic, the big.
Or just New York, or that's what it was back then.
Right.
Because, like, what's his name? I just watched a movie. Is it Dennis Leary?
Yeah.
The guy from Boston?
Yeah.
Like, people were yelling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody was yelling. But urban people with comics were yelling.
Yeah. So then by the time you get into your actual normal personality and your voice, then what's funny about that, too, because you and I have talked about certain types of comedy where it's too animated. And it's just like, wow. And that could be an insecurity of a bad joke, when people are too animated.
Yeah, it's like when you say the F word when you're first trying to joke.
Right.
Because you're not sure if this punchline will land, so you put like some stank on it.
Yep.
And then until you like gain more confidence in the joke after telling it a few times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need this curse word in there or
Exactly.
Yeah.
I also, I have no room to talk, but I do know when people like you gave me advice, I took it. And it's funny, I watch comics and they have these really bad tics, insecurities, and I don't say anything because they'll be like, fuck that guy or whatever, because that's how insecure the person is, obviously. But a lot of people do this in between their bits, and it makes me fucking crazy. They'll go ba 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 ba
I don't even know if that's a tick. That's like a delivery style. That's
it
fake.
is.
Yeah.
But then people start copying this other delivery style, and you're going, hey, that's a bad habit. And if you just listen to your sets on your phone, you'll hear it. It's like 79.
But people are doing it on purpose.
I know.
But then a lot of people are. But there's these trends in comedy always that people follow until there's something else. Because you're faking a misdirection with the joke is supposed to be, the punchline is supposed to be the misdirection, not the
thing after
it.
That's the thing.
To let people know that was the misdirection, that was the joke.
That's where you're supposed to laugh.
Yeah, that's where you're supposed to laugh. So it's like a laugh cue. And then there's depending on how the person does it, there is some humor in the way they do it. And also it's like if a joke isn't that strong, it's almost like some comics have the joke after the punchline bombs, which is funny too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I like to criticize, and sometimes I like, should I be criticizing?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm caught in that moment right now,
right?
As we speak. But like I can't say I'm a fan of it. Like, let's be honest, I'm not a fan of it.
I don't criticize it either. I don't say anything because
I do, but then I shouldn't.
No, I do.
Yeah,
but it helped me.
I'm not. Yeah.
But it helped me big time when I started out. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because
Hilarious.
But it's wild to watch bad habits and nobody helping you out. And I was lucky that you helped me out. Of course, I had a shitload of bad habits when I started. Still, sometimes do. I tend to raise my hand or move my hand when I'm on the punchline.
Oh yeah,
like I'll say ba 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 ba.
Like to hear the audience. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is your moment, audience.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Right here, motherfucker.
Yeah, but it's amazing to think about where comedy is now. Just even when I first met you 15 years ago, how I mean, here I'm on my 17th year, and I think, what are you like?
I'm still on my 10th.
Yeah, your 10th year, so you're killing it.
Yeah. Still on my 10th, baby.
But I mean, all these years, we've seen comedy totally change. Styles, people that have come, people that have gone, and it's wild to watch. And I just am so happy to be involved in it.
Yeah, same here. I was I feel fortunate that I started when I did start.
Yeah,
and just the whim of, not even a whim, but the intuitive, whim of, why I started.
Yeah. You told that story working at Burger King. That was great.
Working at Burger King and taking orders on the drive-thru and clowning on the microphone as I take people's orders, and somebody pulling around and say, "Hey, man, was that you that took my order?" And I was like, yeah. He's like, "Man, you're funny. You should do comedy."
Yeah.
And there's the moment of that person saying that. And I don't always listen to myself, but when something hits you like that, there was no way I could ignore it. They said, "You should do comedy." And then that's all I heard. And that's all I felt. And the idea had never occurred to me. And I was like, my response to that internally was that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah. That's the best.
Out of nowhere. Just total a regular day at Burger King.
Yeah.
I'm in school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're working at Burger King.
Just failed out at the taco team.
It seems like a million miles from comedy.
Not really. It's like I'm already down there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not making millions.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm leaving. I feel blown away by the person who's the lawyer that wants to do comedy or has a family and wants to do comedy. And I've seen those people, and some of them have succeeded, and some people had to keep trying to make money to feed their family and couldn't pursue the dream as much as they wanted to. And they were good comics and they were funny, but they were in battles with their spouse. And it's something had to give. And I've seen the Greg Giraldo was a lawyer. I think he was a lawyer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I damn, the balls to to leave all that to do people. I don't think I've sacrificed.
Yeah.
Because once that person
you
said
didn't have anything.
It's not that I didn't have anything, because I did have the goal of I wanted to be middle class at least. So I was going to college, and I was I was going to graduate, get a job, and that was my only aspiration. You know what I mean? But then doing this, once I heard that, and I wasn't already middle class in that financial thing. I was a kid. So I was it's just a perfect time to start, like I was saying, you know what I mean? I didn't have anything to fall from. I'm working at Burger King. Doing comedy was on and being an open micer, same level.
Yeah.
You know?
What joke do you think, because sometimes I look at my writing over the years, what joke do you think is where it kind of turns for you to where you go, Oh, this is probably the best joke I have wrote up until that point. You know, like I was going along, a bunch of stuff, and then this nuts to butts bit kind of changed, and I figured out how to kind of tell a story.
Right. There's a few moments. There's this one bizarre night where, so they had these bookers, and we would call them, and they would book you in the tri-state area in New York, and I'm a Long Island comic, and so I did a gig. Maybe it was like in Connecticut or upstate, and I went with my friend Pat, and Pat was like, he's still alive, he's the homie, but Pat weighs so much, right, that he would be in the front seat of my car, and I had like a shitty car with holes in the floor. I used to make fun of the car on stage. Like I would step in dog shit driving. Because it's East Coast, the bottom of the floor was rusted out. So that was one of my first jokes too. That was like legit. Like I used to clown the car. So somebody broke in and put shit in there. I was like, I started going in the car. Who the fuck gave me a radio? Like,
yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So then, like Pat was so heavy, he broke the passenger seat. Like sometimes I'd have to take my mother shopping, and she'd be like leaning back in the
Bark
seat.
the lounger.
Yeah, it couldn't go back up. Like it just bent the frame of the seat. So I was with Pat, and we did a gig together. And then on the way back, in the middle of the night, on the freeway, got a flat tire.
Oh, blamed it on him, right?
No. So then you just had to like spend the night, spend the money that we just made in a hotel,
right?
And then get the car fixed in the morning. Then I couldn't even sleep because Pat snores. Yeah. So I had to fall asleep in between his snores. You know what I mean? So I didn't even get no sleep that night. But then we fixed the car, get back on the road, and driving back that morning, I got a download of 3 to 4 bits. Out of like heaven, like just a download of like, this joke will work, this joke will work, this joke will work. Here are 3 to 4 bits, and they were about being Jamaican.
Wow.
You know, they were about. One was like,
I love that one. Boop, boop.
No, but that was just like an addition. But right. I had a joke about like how I'm trying to remember these jokes. It's been a minute. I had a joke about reggae music, how reggae artists remake every song. So then I would do, and how this one is an original, and it'll be like Jingle Bells, but in reggae, and then I do like a bunch of songs, like because Jamaican artists would like do a lot of remakes of like American songs in reggae, So that was just a funny observation that I noticed. That was one of them, and then and I was doing that before. People started doing that joke after me, but I was the first person to do that.
Right.
Then I got another download about being Jamaican, about like how when you we live in a Jamaican household, and I said work because it feels like work. Like when your parents come home, like you always got to be doing some shit. Yeah. Like cleaning a table or something. Yeah. Because they just came from work. They didn't come from work.
Don't let me catch you slacking.
Like lounging in the house that they just worked to pay for. Yeah. And then my father came home one day and caught me sleeping.
Oh, shit.
And said, "You sleeping?" He's like, "I get 3 hours sleep last year. And you're sleeping?" And I said, I got up and I went to the fridge to making a sandwich. You say, "You're making a sandwich? You're having bread and butter at the same time? That's 2 meals."
That's 2 meals.
That's 2 meals. Why don't you have the bread now and have the butter later? Next thing you know, you're going to want snack, crackle, and pop. And I kept on like saying different macaroni and cheese, corn and flakes, you know. So, and there was another bit, and I started doing those, and those were like my first killer bits. Those allowed me to do like killing the black clubs in New York and get me like friends and on the road. But I got that download like of those 3 to 4 bits out of nowhere on that. Like I don't know what would have happened if we didn't break down that night.
Yeah, it's wild when you get a bit that starts working, because people will start talking too. They'll be like, "Oh, this guy's getting good."
Yeah.
And then opportunities come, just maybe something open for somebody, or all of a sudden you're getting, you're headlining, one of those smaller shows, and maybe you get $100 or something, and
yeah, all those things started happening.
Yeah.
Once those bits hit me, I'm just driving and they just hit me. Pat's talking to me. He doesn't know what's fucking happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try these.
Yeah.
And then I do them, and I'm like, oh shit. And so that was one moment. And then the next moment had to do with those jokes, because those jokes got me booked in New York City for those shows where you get $100,
Right.
To do like 15 to 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And then also when you kill in those rooms, then the other comics, some of them that's going out of town, it's like, let's do some of these Philly gigs,
Exactly.
and upstate gigs in Connecticut in like these other rooms.
Yeah.
Which so then I went to do this college because I'm killing in New York with all these black comics, and then I tried those Jamaican jokes, and they don't have no Jamaicans in Philly like that.
Yeah.
So in New York, Jamaicans are part of the fabric.
Yep.
So everybody grows up with Jamaicans.
Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans,
Yes.
whites, Italian. You got it all.
Yeah. So if somebody did a Jewish joke and an accent,
Yeah,
boom,
you know it.
You know it, and everybody knows it. You know what I mean? Like, so then I did that shit in Philly, and I bombed.
Is that where they sling the keys?
Nah, that was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy to think about. I'll see a lot of people, and you learn this one real quick, where you're doing town local jokes. Like, I went hiking in Runyon, and then you try to do that. You say Runyon still in like Oklahoma.
And they're like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
a
instead
Runyon?
of just saying I'm hiking, so they're
Right.
using these local references. You learn that one real quick too when you're out there. As you're on stage, in your mind, you're like, this ain't gonna work.
Right.
And it hits you in the fucking face.
Yeah, we're so arrogant. Like, I'm from New York City, so I'm like, this is the biggest city in the world, the most popular city in the world. If it works here, it'll work everywhere. This is not some local town.
Yeah.
But then you realize, it don't matter where you live. You still local. I'm still local.
Yeah.
Like, to Philly, I'm local.
Yep.
To other
exactly.
parts of the country, I'm local.
Yeah.
It's like, so I kill in New York. Finally started killing in New York. Leave New York and bomb.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because it's a whole different game now.
Yeah, and depending on what part of Florida I'd be in, I'd kill there.
Yeah.
And if it was a different part, I'd bomb there. Same material.
Yeah.
So then that taught me, all right, like, what else you can do? And then I got into the Boston Comedy Club, and then I was like, I just went on and just started talking. I said, I got to find new material, and I can't use these crutches of this material that kills here. And then I found my next, my very first universal hit joke, which was about, the New York City and the world had payphones at the time.
Yep.
So it was a joke about and it's similar to jokes that I do now. Like, if you could trace this joke.
The style of writing.
Right. And the exact type of observation, and it's like I talked about how I can't remember the joke because it's so long but how payphones used to charge you. I can't remember the joke, but it was such a big joke for me back then, and I've done it on TV.
Yeah.
I did it on Def Jam, and everybody can relate to it, black or white, but it was about payphones and stuff like that, and how you have to keep putting quarters in. And it was about how I felt like I was getting ripped off.
Yeah.
And everybody felt the same way. Which, if you take it now, when I talk about the hotel doesn't let you check in, you get ripped off, or how they charge you for luggage on the flight, it's a rip off. You know what I mean? So it's like now that I'm talking to you, I realize I've always been like that. You know what I mean?
It's funny you bring up that bit about the hotel, because we saw a woman basically use your bit for her content without your voice and stuff. And it's mind-boggling to me what can happen. During COVID, I wrote that bit about, I feel like 20 years from now, we're going to be on the couch watching TV, eating, Fritos. And they're like, did you take the COVID vaccine in 2019? You may have a case.
Oh, like the camp.
Right.
What's that camp, whatchamacallit video? Like if you were around Fort so-and-so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that.
So that was the thing. And then someone made a meme about it. And then I was doing the bit. I filmed it and put it up immediately, And somebody wrote, pretty weak, man, doing a meme for your bit. And I was like, where the fuck you think it came from, dude? The bit got like 400,000 views.
Right.
You think there's some magic meme writer in his basement who's a joke writer?
Right.
They just grab the audio or make the bit, It's funny to think about that shit, like, because you could be out on the road doing your bits and people go like, oh, this guy's stealing bits. I saw this on the internet.
I know. I've been accused of stealing my own joke a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Like I have my joke about having an Android, and there's another kid, he has a joke about it's similar.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly where I got my joke from.
Yep.
And he recorded his joke in a don't tell before I got to shoot mine in my special.
Right.
So when people see his,
Of course.
they're like, oh, you took this from this guy.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I took my joke from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, just like, and I know why I came up with my joke and how I've always had an Android. I never even seen this kid.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I did see his don't tell, but I'd been doing that joke. I shot my first special in the Conan, not the Conan one, the
All Things Comedy
the
one?
All Things Comedy
Right.
one. 2018, came out in 2019.
Yeah.
And since I shot in 2018, like, you got to come up with new material.
Totally.
And I'm coming up with new material to do a special. And that was one of the first jokes I came up with. But then the pandemic happened because I wanted to be on a 2-year special like release thing. But then the pandemic happened, started writing again. So then my special, the actual special didn't get done until now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I have to watch like somebody do a joke similar to mine. I'm knowing that I still want to put my joke out, but if I put it out, they're gonna like accuse me. It's like, man, I've never seen this kid.
Happened to me too, and the problem is, it's happened to me 3 times in the last 2 years. I find the main problem is one of the people that is doing an exact joke of mine even referenced a year, and I was like, well, this guy wasn't even alive during that year. He's just being lazy.
Right.
But the problem I find, I have to dump the joke right away, because when you're the lesser known comedian, they're just going to assume that you stole it from them. And it's like, hey, I don't steal jokes.
Right.
Because for one thing, the whole thrill of it for me is writing these jokes and having them start to work.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about the fame. To me, it's the creative side of it, of like, oh my God, look, I got goosebumps, actually, because I think about where I wrote that joke, how it happened, and then it starts to make a room explode. I just go crazy over that.
And 100%, like, I don't know, like, there's these people that judge in the comments online, and they don't know the exhilaration that you just described perfectly, like what that feels like to like, it's comics walking up to each other and say, you seen my knee bit, you seen my so-and-so bit, and they saying that because of like the exhilaration they got from like creating that shit from scratch. Crazy. You know what I mean? Like, and having the balls to like step out of their safety zone and try it, and it work on it, and then get it to the point. Like there's like that's our money sometimes. That's our pay.
Totally.
So it's like if you,
100%.
So it's like stealing means nothing.
There's no
to me.
thrill.
There's no,
and just the laugh. That doesn't fucking mean shit to me. And also the amount of jokes that we dump to get to that one.
Yeah, and I also have dumped jokes before that bigger people. Like, I don't know if this is parallel thought, but fine. Like, I have to give that one up because this person did it. Sometimes they've done it before and put it on TV, and somebody said, "Hey, somebody did a joke like that," and I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know."
Yeah, same here.
Let me get rid of this. Let me not do this no more.
Yeah, right. Yeah. When that happens, I immediately just ditch it because that is parallel thinking.
Yeah.
But like I said, the thrill of sitting in a coffee shop or anywhere in your car at a red light, and so an idea comes to you and you start working it from the ground up, it's crazy.
Right.
It is crazy. Now, you shot the special, and then you got to go through, people don't know, but you got to edit it.
Right.
And then you got to color correct it and get it all going. And then did you shop it around, or did you just say, no, I'm going YouTube?
I wanted to go straight YouTube, but
Yeah, right.
you got a special. I have reps.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's try to sell it. I said, all right, cool. It wouldn't hurt.
Right.
Maybe I'll get my money back right away.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to like own it
Yeah, same here.
and put it on YouTube. But
Yeah.
they tried, and it held up the release of it. Actually, like while they tried.
Yeah, that's same with me.
You know, so then it's like, then I missed the window because then it's summertime, and you can't release in summertime because everybody's doing outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
So then I ended up releasing it in September, which I the way it's working out now online and the reception that it's getting, like maybe that was like another
Perfect
piece
timing.
of divine intervention.
Because then you got on those end of the year lists.
Get on the end of the year list. It's fresh in people's mind.
Yeah.
You know.
So when you put it out, I think it had like 22,000 or something the first few days or whatever. And then you did Rogan. That's a power.
I did Rogan the day it came out.
Oh, the day it came out. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a powerhouse. That is kind of the Johnny Carson of the time.
Right.
Back then, if you went on Johnny and did a 7-minute bit and he asked you over to the couch or something, you were touring for years.
Yeah.
And it's the level of that now. If, he just says, hey, go check it out. If you just had 1 in 1,000 people check it out, you would have a couple 100,000 views.
Yeah. In the early days, and I still have to do this now, I responded to all the comments.
Oh, yeah.
So, because it's good for the algorithm of the piece. And so a lot of comments would be like, came here from Rogan.
Right.
So, he's always been a homie, and, he likes what he likes. And if we get along. And so that definitely 1,000% helped.
Are you starting from scratch, or did you save some stuff, or do you have like I kind of have some? I'm getting ready to shoot another special, and I've got like a bunch of scraggler things that have always worked, but I never flushed them out.
And they didn't fit in your last.
Right, they didn't fit. So now I'm working all those, and they're coming together.
I started from scratch, and there's nothing like I can't do a full 45.
Yeah.
Yet without using
An old piece,
an old bit from the special,
right?
But yeah, so I just over the last month or so got some new bits, and I haven't been performing as much because it's holiday time. I kind of want to go see Christmas lights and shit like that.
Ian loves the pumpkin stuff.
No, I don't.
No, you like the Thanksgiving stuff. I mean, the Halloween houses.
I'm more Christmas lights.
All right.
But I like the Christmas lights. I did go see some Halloween decorations this year, but I'm more like, where the lights at? You know what I mean? Where all the candy cane lanes at?
Yeah.
I went to the candy cane lane in El Segundo last night with Amir Kabiri and Razzle.
Oh, wow.
And then we went from that one to the candy cane lane in Torrance.
Scientology's got one right now. Off Sunset.
I got to go check it out.
Dude, I was driving down Sunset and I looked to the right. They got the fucking whole thing. It's like...
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about Scientology. They have some of the best Christmas displays and lights.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? It's not even your religion.
Yeah, they don't have Christmas in space.
A religion that goes so hard for Christmas, that's not their religion. They
tap into other people's...
They try to like lure you into
somehow.
They try to lure you into their religion through another religion.
Oh man, I was thinking about like some of these like gigs we did over the. I still think about like We went to La Jolla together years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty fucking cool.
We did the weekend.
Yeah, we did the weekend.
How was it? I don't remember anything.
I don't. I've known you for 15 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to think about. When I started at 44, I didn't know any of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like lifelong friends.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
And more than friends that in the past that I barely even talked to, because they got married and kids and moved on.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a whole nother family, especially the Comedy Store.
Right.
Lately I feel like it's been really good down there because a lot of the superstars aren't there every night because they're on the road or whatever.
Right.
So it's kind of given this opportunity to where people are looking at these people they may not know.
Right.
And if you're really rocking it, they're like, fuck, you could become their favorite,
Yeah, yeah.
That's an amazing opportunity down there right now.
Yeah, it's where I write the most.
Same here, man. 100%.
It's where a lot of like bits have been birthed on like whatever you see me do on Conan or on the album or on the last 2 specials. Like most of that shit was made at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, because of the reputation, I push myself of that club.
Mm-hmm.
If that club wasn't around, you might get a little lazy and just go in there and just do some shit, but that club, I got to come down there and I want to be to the level of these people that are on the fucking wall.
Right. I mean, I got into that club specifically to have a place where I could like birth new material.
Right.
So, because in New York, it was the Boston. And then once I moved out here, I was like, I got to like find a place. Like if I'm going to take this serious, because I wasn't taking it serious at first when I first moved out here.
Right.
It's not that I wasn't, but I was writing. I was just like enjoying being in California. I feel like deep down, I always kind of wanted to live here. And not just like work here, but just live here. So I used to like, go to parties and shit and hang out and go to the beach.
Yeah. Sidetracked.
But I was doing mics, like actual mics and like all these, and I was getting my stand-up fulfillment through that. But I was like, getting into the Comedy Store was like one of the greatest nights of my career, one of the biggest achievements, because I was like walking away from the Comedy Store on the phone with my manager at the time, and I'm very low key, he's never heard me excited before. He's like, it's just a Comedy Store. I said, but you don't understand. I get to do 15-minute sets and I get to work out and try new material.
Yeah.
And then I knew anything that worked in the OR would work anywhere in the world.
Totally.
So I was like, yeah.
It's definitely the greatest achievement of my career.
Oh,
I mean, I've done a lot of great stuff, but to me, it was the holy grail, the gold standard, especially back when you got passed or even when I got passed, because they'd pass like 2 people every couple years.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a lot. Yeah.
So when you got passed, it just rippled through the city. They go, holy shit, he's a paid regular. It was crazy. Who got passed the year you got passed? You remember?
I don't know. They weren't passing a lot of people. It was desolate back then.
Right, same here.
So it was like a desolate time. So when you say it rippled through the city, I don't know.
I'm
back
just
then,
saying the community.
Like now in the last 10, 11 years.
Yeah,
it's been like that. But I don't know. Now it's being it just. It was just important for me to get in there to work out.
Same here. Yeah.
I knew the value. I knew the history. And, I was, I got in.
Yeah. Yeah. I
got in at the factory too, because I was like, I need other places. And that was another 15, 20 minutes. So that was important too. Like I tried stuff there, work out there too. So, and then any spots I can get at the Improv or just any place. I'm thankful for any place like in LA that will like, yeah, you want to get on. Sometimes I get these DMs from these strangers. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. I was like, is it a bar? The only question is it a bar or are you taping? Yeah. I don't want to do it if you're taping. And is there a bar in the actual room? Like,
are they making drinks like cocktail?
Are they making?
Are they using a shaker?
Pina coladas while I'm on stage? So then I can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up on the Sunset Strip, so at 60 years old to see my name on the fucking marquee on Sunset Boulevard a couple nights a week is mind-boggling. Because, 10,000 cars go down that a day. Right. And those tourist buses and shit, your name's up there. It's fucking a giant deal.
Yeah, I try to be impressed by that, but I definitely take it for granted.
I don't, because it's just like, wow.
I know one time my father saw it up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And like, if I think about that now, I guess, but I guess that because he was in town, he came to visit, and we drove by to go do some shit in the day, so it's up there in the day, but yeah, I guess I shouldn't take, like, you know how many times I don't take the photo of my name up there, but maybe I should. I should pay more attention.
What it does with me is a perfect example. We work so much, it's like a blur.
It's a blur.
It's a blur.
Because you say 15 years, like, I had no way I've known this dude 15 years.
Yeah, full on. Because this is my 17th year. I met like the second year of comedy or whatever.
That's crazy, bro.
So it's today is the anniversary of me opening for Metallica 4 years ago. And somebody sent it over to me. And like I said, it's a blur. We work so much. And sometimes I like to sit there and go through the photos when I'm waking up in the morning as inspiration of like, oh my God, look at, like it'll come up the memories. It'll say like 2012. And a photo will come up of like, say you and I somewhere, and I'll be like, oh, that fucking was cool.
That's funny. Like, excuse me, you're like looking at those things for inspiration. Yeah. And I'm like the opposite. Like, I feel like those things would slow me down and make me feel like a sense of achievement, and make me not feel like I have much to achieve. Oh yeah, like I have a sense of like of I don't know if it's lack, but of incompleteness, and I'm trying to complete this thing. Right. So like I don't have the time to look back. So, but I'm glad that that's effective for you. Yeah. And then maybe I should look at some stuff, but like I'm in the blur, bro. Yeah. I'm in the blur so much.
I'm in the blur 90% of the time. Also,
I'm not saying once in a while I don't look at something.
Right. I just look at it because...
But I ain't impressed. I'm not impressed with me at all.
Well, like I got that photo over there of Bill and I at the...
Why you ain't got a photo of me up there too, you son of a bitch?
It's over there. See it?
All right.
Right there, the Christmas fucking one. But I got a photo of us at the... Red Rocks, and it was like full dream come true, but also inspiration of I'm going to headline that fucker, and I know I will. I'll headline Red Rocks one day, and I'll be like, "Yeah, this is like the guy asked me to sign the wall, and I don't sign any wall unless I've sold it out and headlined it."
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm not coming in as I'm a guest of Bill's, right? Yeah, so
that's dope. I like that mentality.
The special's out now on YouTube.
It's called Untitled, the special you didn't know you needed. Yeah. And I should have said this in the beginning. I don't know why I'm shy about this, but I am. But like all the proceeds from views and AdSense that the special generates on YouTube goes to victims of the fire. And I have to, like, I haven't even like looked at like what group to give it to yet, but I need to do that. Yeah, and
I'll help you on that because I got some families out there.
All right, I want to give it to like legit people that need that.
Absolutely, don't give it to a thing where they pocket it.
But they pocket it and they have high overhead and they got to pay their employees. I want it to directly
get it to
help
the people.
Yeah,
I'll tell you where that is.
Please.
And then Ian and myself both have records out on Ghost Records.
Yeah, Ghost Runner
Records. And they're both being streamed all over. Also on Sirius XM, you can catch Ian or myself. Channel 99 Raw Comedy is playing our records on Sirius, which is just a fucking honor. And man, proud to call you a friend, man.
Well, same here, man. Even though I didn't know we were friends for 15 years. Maybe if I'd known, I would have shut that down.
Oh, shit.
and I do have a photo with me and Burr at my crib, too.
Yeah.
And shout out to Burr, too, man.
Oh,
That's
hey, man.
the homie.
I'll tell you.
Good, solid fucking human being.
I'll tell you this. There's like 5 people in my life that I can't imagine not having. You, one of them, and Bill.
Oh, thank you.
Bill and you have, just real friends, you know? I mean, we talk daily on the phone, so it's not like, it's not casual at all. Right. And I really appreciate your help over the years. And
you're welcome.
And your friendship. And like I said, years and years ago when you're on the podcast, steering me into the right way out of the Bobby King of the Hill jokes. That's my purse.
So that wasn't your voice. That's hilarious.
That's my purse. Man, there's a guy at the coffee shop. He fucking looks like the human Bobby King of the Hill. It is scary. It is scary. Oh, my God. All right, guys. Ian is at Ian Edwards on all the socials.
No, well, at Ian Edwards Comic on Instagram and Ian Edwards Stand Up on YouTube.
And he does a lot of sketches, which are very funny. And follow him immediately. Go watch the special. And do me a favor, leave a comment on his special because it really helps the algorithm and it gets it, keeps it going up there. What's it up to now? A couple 100,000?
It's like almost 250,000.
That's fucking great, man.
Yeah, so
that is better than a lot of people that have stuff on Netflix, and that's just the truth. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Candles lit.